What's up, YouTube? My name is Joey. In this video, we are going to be talking about the stock market crash, people freaking out, stocks selling off. Friday was an absolute roller coaster. Stocks sold off tremendously. We made new lows on the NASDAQ. Towards the end of the day later, we saw a nice rip, kind of repairing those losses. And we're going to dive into the charts. We're going to dive into it, kind of talk about it a little bit, give you my thoughts on what I see happening moving forward. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and follow the channel. It's a free way to support the channel and help it grow. Just smash that like button down below to let the YouTube algorithm know that, hey, I like this video. This guy does a good job. I want to promote his video out there. So be sure to do that. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, so we know that the S&P 500 actually dipped into bear market territory, which is not good. Not good, but we did rally towards the end of the day, and we did not close in the official bear market territory, which is good. In my opinion, I think we're due for a rip. I think that we've seen 8 weeks of selling now, I think is what it is. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me, but I think it's about 8 weeks of selling, and I think we're due. I think we're due. However, the biggest thing that I am concerned about is margin calls. I saw a video by Kevin O'Leary today where he was talking about somebody's going to zero. There is some massive player out there that is over leveraged, and they're probably going to be margin called. And that's going to happen. When we see sell-offs like this, large players that are over leveraged start to get kind of antsy and start to get kind of nervous because they got too much leverage on the market. They see a big dip, and then bang, they get margin called. And then that is bad news for the market now and investors that are currently trying to buy the dip, because that is going to put a lot of pressure on stocks, and it's going to send stocks just straight up plummeting, which I hate to say this, but honestly could be a good thing. This is something that could potentially happen, and if it does, it can help us rebuild. We get to that area where, people are deleveraging, getting out of the margin calls, causing the stocks to plummet further, causing the futures to plummet further. And that's where we start to rebuild, right? Hopefully we're not there. Hopefully that doesn't actually happen. I don't want it to happen. But if it does, it will be a starting point for us to rebuild. However, I don't think we're there. I think that we are going to get a nice recovery. I think we are going to see a point where we start to turn over a little bit and get that rally back going. People start flooding back into tech. Tech has taken a massive hit, which is unfortunate, but I think we do still see people start getting back into tech, because we have seen a pretty big sell-off. I mean, look at Tesla. Tesla's now trading, I think, at $630 now. I mean, it's absolutely massive. So let's go and dive in the charts. I'm gonna give my thoughts and we'll go from there. This is TQs. Right, TQ is a triple leverage ETF that correlates with the NASDAQ. It does have a lot of risk tied to it. However, the reward is great. So for instance, if the NASDAQ is up, say 1%, then TQs is going to be up 3%. If NASDAQ is up 3%, then TQs is going to be up 9%. So there's a lot of risk tied to this, and a lot of reward also at the same time. But I'm going to go on the past 180 days here and just going to take a look at the broad chart here. We've been on this consistent downtrending pattern since basically November, right? Since November, we had highs of $91. Bang, we saw a big sell-off all the way down to $24. If this were to recover right now, we could see, where are we at right here? We could see, just say back up to $62. That is a 55% return. At times like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I take that back. I won't say once in a lifetime, but I will say that this is an opportunity that doesn't come around too often, right? We know that this will eventually recover, right? The market always recovers. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? So right now, if you're in the market, if you're not in the market yet, you're a new investor and you want to take, you want to take the opportunity to get into the market like this, where we're at now. Now could be a good time, but don't go in with position sizes that is going to just absolutely kill you if the market drops another 5%, 10%, right? We don't know if we're at the bottom. You can see at the pattern here. You look at the trend, right? We're just constantly making lower highs and lower lows. We are not out of this, right? I would want to see, for me to actually be like, okay, maybe we're getting out of this. I would like to see us break for TQs, right? I would like to see us break $40. If we could break that, that's an indication of an uptrend for me. And I'd be like, okay, maybe I need to start loading the boat a little bit more, right? Start to kind of ride that recovery back up. But for right now, my plan is I'm going to be just putting small amounts of money in, buying at these lows here, right? If we continue to make new lows, I'm going to continue to buy a little bit more and buy a little bit more, but in very small increments, right? But if we start indicating signs of an uptrend, if we start to see that bottom kind of bottom out, right? We start to get that uptrend, we break above 40, I'm going to start loading the boat because that is indicating signs of an uptrend, and I want to take part of that recovery. Opportunities like this don't come often, right? But we are not at the bottom just yet. At least it hasn't indicated that. We could still have a ways to go. So make sure that if you do invest, do not go in with a position size that's going to absolutely kill you. Okay? Be smart, be patient, go in with something you can handle if the market does drop another 5-10%. Okay? Set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. But my thoughts on this, I think we get a rally. I think next week could be good as long as there's no bad news that comes out, because we've had a lot of negative catalysts lately. But I don't see us, we could see a little bit further of a drop, but I think we're getting close to the bottom. I think this has presented a good buying opportunity, and I am going to take advantage of it. So with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to click thumbs up down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. It's a free way to support. And guys, like I said, if you do intend on investing, be smart about this. Be patient. Don't go in with large position sizes. Don't try to go all in and just hope for the best. The market does not have to recover in the next month, 2 months, 3 months. It could take a year, right? So go in with a plan, go in with patience, and set yourself up for success. Again, if you like the video, hit thumbs up down below, subscribe, and guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.